Where are the 10 lost tribes? Which tribe do you belong to? Division between the kingdoms of Judah and Israel. Have you ever heard of the 10 lost tribes? Could you be part of one of them? Especially now that many of these tribes have already been found and revealed. Let's understand this topic better. In Israel, during the time of the kings, there was a division among the 12 tribes. Actually, this division began back in the time of Moses. Why? Two tribes, the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad, did not enter the land of Israel. They inherited land outside of Israel, on the other side of the Jordan River. Moses also placed half of the tribe of Manasseh in that same area. What happened to these tribes? We will study shortly. After King Solomon ruled over Israel, his son Rehoboam took the throne. But there was a rebellion against him when he decided to increase the taxes already burdening the people of Israel. The leader of this rebellion was Jeroboam. Jeroboam ended up establishing a parallel kingdom. He split what was once a united kingdom under Solomon into two separate kingdoms. Now, there would be the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. Interestingly, the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, went to Jeroboam and told him he took Jeroboam's robe, tore it into 12 pieces, and said, "Jeroboam, take 10 of these pieces." Why? Because 10 tribes would become part of his kingdom. He warned Jeroboam not to stray from God's path or from divine commandments. Unfortunately, Jeroboam didn't listen. This was already a prophecy. There would be a kingdom of Judah with 2 tribes and a half, as we'll see, and Jeroboam's kingdom of Israel would have 10 tribes. Why 10? Because the tribe of Levi was split, part stayed in Judah, part remained in Israel with Jeroboam. Also, some people from the tribe of Reuben ultimately decided to stay in Israel, helping in the conquest of the land of Israel, as seen in the book of Joshua. During that conquest, the tribes of Reuben and Gad, who remained on the other side of the Jordan, participated. Some members of these tribes chose to stay in Israel and join Jeroboam's kingdom. This was the division that took place. So what happened next? The Assyrian invasion. The Bible tells us that in the year 556 BCE, the Assyrians, under King Shalmaneser V, attacked the kingdom of Israel. The capital was Samaria, and they completely destroyed the kingdom of Israel. Note, the kingdom of Judah was not destroyed. It still existed, with its capital in Jerusalem where the great temple stood. After winning the war, King Shalmaneser massacred thousands, but those who survived were taken into exile. The Book of Kings even tells us the specific places where the tribes were taken: Halak, Heba, the river Gozan, and the mountains of Media. Some mistakenly translate Media Madai as mountains of fear, but Madai is a real geographic region, not an emotion. So we know the first destinations of these tribes. What happened to Reuben, Gad, and half of Manasseh, who were on the east side of the Jordan? We read in Chronicles that they were also exiled by the Assyrians to the same places: Halakaba, Hera, and Gozan, until this day. That phrase refers to the time when the biblical text was written. So we see even more locations that match those of the tribes from the kingdom of Israel. In the end, it's clear, the 2.5 tribes, and all the tribes of the kingdom of Israel, were exiled. Initially to these regions, but over time, they scattered across the world. Where are they now? The kingdom of Judah. It's important to know, the kingdom of Judah consisted of the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, and part of the Levites. But even during this historical period, before Israel was destroyed, some people migrated between the two kingdoms for ideological, economic, or wartime reasons. We see this explicitly in the Bible. During King Asa's reign, the Book of Chronicles records, all of Judah and Benjamin gathered, and with them the foreigners from Ephraim, Manasseh, and Simeon. For many from Israel came to him in great numbers. During Asa's reign, Jerusalem's population grew tenfold, and the city had to expand. Now you know why. People from the northern tribes joined Judah. King Hezekiah Hiskiyahu also invited people from Israel to Judah, not just to escape destruction, but also spiritually, because in Judah, they still served God. The great temple was there, while idolatry dominated in the north. Hezekiah sent messengers and letters to Ephraim and Manasseh, inviting them to celebrate Passover at the great temple in Jerusalem. Couriers went from city to city through Ephraim and Manasseh, as far as Zebulun. Some people from Asher, Manasseh, and Zebulun humbled themselves and came. They humbled themselves because they had once had their own land and now were seen as foreigners, but they were warmly welcomed. So, not all of the 10 tribes were exiled. Some members of the other tribes were already living in Judah, alongside Judah, Benjamin, and the Levites. The reverse also happened. Some from Judah and Benjamin joined Israel before its fall and were exiled with it. Where are the tribes now? Let's look at where the 10 tribes might be today. There are fascinating accounts from all over the world. Uzbekistan, there's a community there that claims descent from the tribes of Naphtali and Issachar. They still keep Jewish customs and follow biblical commandments according to the Torah, an ancient community that has preserved its identity for generations. Russia Caucasus. In the southern Caucasus, some tribes claim descent from Judah and Benjamin, likely those who had moved north and were later exiled. According to this theory, there may be more than 10 lost tribes, possibly 12. Nigeria. In Nigeria, the Igbo community maintains strong Jewish traditions. They claim descent from the tribes of Gad, Zebulun, and Manasseh. Many rabbis visit them regularly. India. In one of the most isolated regions of India, there's a community believed to descend from the tribe of Manasseh. Historical accounts support this claim. Many of them request to move to Israel or to be officially converted, saying, "We may not be recognized as Jews yet, but we want to be. We belong to the people of Israel." Ethiopia. One of the most well-known cases. The tribe of Dan was found in Ethiopia. In the 1980s, a major airlift operation, Moses brought thousands of Ethiopian Jews, called Beit Israel, to Israel. They were welcomed as full citizens and accepted into Orthodox communities. One amazing detail: they had passed down the knowledge of the great temple in Jerusalem for over 2,000 years. When they finally arrived and found out the temple had been destroyed long ago, they wept and tore their garments in mourning. South America. Are there lost tribes in South America? In the 17th century, a rabbi traveled from Europe in search of a tribe known as the Tribe of the Children, some say lost children. He wrote a book, Mikveh Israel, arguing that this tribe, thought to be indigenous, was actually part of the 10 lost tribes. Japan. In Japan, there are groups with strange traditions, such as carrying empty boxes, interpreted by some as echoes of biblical practices. What we're seeing is biblical prophecy unfolding, the return of the lost tribes to the land of Israel. Every day, more tribes re-emerge. How can you know your tribe? Is it possible to know if you're part of one of these tribes? Many people today take DNA tests to check for Jewish ancestry. Some discover Sephardic roots from Portugal or Spain, tracing back to the Inquisition, much later than the events above. But can DNA alone prove someone belongs to one of the tribes? According to Jewish tradition, belonging to a tribe depends on lineage, passed down through generations by father or mother, along with preserved customs and fulfillment of biblical laws. That's what happened with the Ethiopian Jews. The chief rabbi at the time personally questioned their leaders. They answered every question about Jewish law in detail. He said, "It's impossible. They aren't part of the people of Israel. They know the traditions. They follow the laws. They are part of us." Other cases await a different answer: the coming of the Messiah. One of the Messiah's missions will be to reveal who truly belongs to the people of Israel and even identify which tribe they belong to. If you felt connected to this inspiring story, don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to learn about the Bible. Turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like. We'll see you in the next video with more inspiring stories like this one.